This episode is brought to you by Farmers Insurance.
I do not expect transparency in these investigations, nor the general public to get acquainted with its results.
Russia's foreign minister says he doesn't expect the Western investigation into Nord Stream sabotage to expose the truth. That's after award-winning journalist Seymour Hersh reveals the CIA scripted a narrative to cover up Washington's role in the attack on the pipelines. The president of France disregards the protests that are erupting over pension reform, calling the public's voice illegitimate and suggesting that only elected officials can steer the country's policies. And New Delhi scales down security at British diplomatic offices after the UK fails to provide adequate protection of an Indian office in London that was attacked by separatists.
This response really, which is coming in, all the barricades being removed from the British High Commission in New Delhi, is seen as a tit-for-tat, a retaliatory one.
Coming to you live.
Like the rush of adrenaline from an SUV that roars from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, Jaguar delivers that thrill every day. The F-Pace, how Jaguar makes an SUV.
Will Turkey ratify Sweden's NATO membership? Stockholm says it can't fulfill all Ankara's demands. As the bloc's membership requires unanimous approval, what would make Turkey change its mind? And what does all of this mean for NATO's future? This is Inside Story. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Mohammed Jamjoom. One of the many fallouts of Russia's invasion of Ukraine has been that previously neutral Nordic countries...
All right, so now let's check the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossie Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test. Time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth. Time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud? How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, hella.
I gotta be honest with y'all. These speakers sound great. Watch, I'm gonna cover up the bottom. This all top.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it? How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. For $400, these speakers sound pretty good. All right, so now let's take a look at this beautiful display. Let's get full screen. Basically bezel-less. 1100 nits brightness. Excellent viewing angles. Beautiful. Nice and vibrant. Let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's do a little bit of gaming. I got Asphalt 9 queued up. And one more side note. Earlier I said the speakers sound pretty good. These speakers sound great for the price. Listen up. How loud this is. All right, here we go. MediaTek Dimensity 9000. No lag. Oh, hold up my rep. I was looking at shoes. All right, let me get up out of it. Watch the landing. Woo! Okay, I'm out of here. Ooh, you see the two wheels? Let's go. Okay.
Number 10, American Motors Corporation. Nowadays, it feels like U.S. companies merge every other week. In 1954, though, it was jarring to see Nash Kelvinator Corporation merger with Hudson Motor Car Company, forming American Motors Corporation.
At this point, it looks like the rebels are going to outlast the teachers.
At $355 million, it was the largest corporate merger for a period. Even with that sizable amount, American Motors was still only America's fourth largest auto brand, trailing behind Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler. Despite some success, AMC struggled to compete with the Big Three, eventually being acquired by Chrysler in 1979. The AMC name would persist until 1988, when it was renamed Jeep Eagle Corporation before completely merging into Chrysler 2 years later. How fitting a company born from a merger ended with another merger.
They're tough. Tougher than ever before.
Even the toughest American cars can't beat big business. Number 9. Gulf Oil.
Everything we do makes driving better for you.
Commencing in 1901, this big oil company's main backers were William Larimer Mellon and his uncle Andrew. What started with a $10,000 investment developed into one of the Seven Sisters oil companies. But by the early 40s, Gulf Oil was among the 10 largest U.S. manufacturing companies. By the end of the 70s, it could still be found in the top 10.
You guys certainly give good service. Thanks. We make it a point to give good service. And we're competitive in our prices, too.
In 1985, though, Gulf Oil merged with one of its fellow Seven Sisters, Standard Oil of California, being rebranded as Chevron. At the time, it was a record deal of more than $13 billion.
In today's style of living, yes is the way to go, and Chevron says yes.
The Gulf Oil brand name still exists with various companies buying the trademark. However, the original Titan that inspired a Pennsylvania skyscraper no longer casts its massive shadow.
Number 8. Compaq. Founded in the early 80s, this thriving computer company sold IBM PC-compatible devices, with PC standing for personal computer under their own name.
So, if you're looking for a powerful portable computer that doesn't smell, we suggest you buy the Compaq Portable 2. Of course, choice. Sorry, I was miles away. Of course, the choice is yours.
A few notable devices included one of the first portable computers and the Compaq Presario, which featured a long line of desktop and laptop computers.
In fact, the Compaq Presario can even answer your computing questions. Oh, and if you happen to have a phone, it can answer that too.
By 1994, they had lapped IBM and Apple in the home computer market.
The most powerful PC in the world, the most powerful portable in the world, and the most powerful mid-range PCs in the world all have one thing in common. They come from the company whose annual sales reached $1 billion, faster than any other in history.
However, with the market shifting and some bad management decisions, Compaq's star began to fall. In 2002, they were acquired by Hewlett-Packard, and the last Compaq-branded devices were discontinued in 2013. Number 7. Pontiac.
Pontiac. We build excitement.
In the 1920s, GM discovered a major price gap between their Chevrolet and Oakland-branded vehicles, prompting the birth of the 1926 Pontiac. By 1929, the Pontiacs were outselling the Oaklands enough that they discontinued the latter in 1931. Since then, Pontiac grew to become a major success for GM. Notable entries include the '69 Pontiac GTO, the Grand Am, the Fiero, and the Firebird Trans Am.
Firebird, you're ready to fly.
However, the turn of the century was not good for GM as they faced bankruptcy.
In a bid to rescue GM, the US government will be investing $30 billion in the company on top of the $20 billion already lent to it.
Having already taken Oldsmobile out of the picture in 2004, Pontiac largely saw its end in 2009 when the company pulled the plug on the long-standing brand in an effort to keep themselves afloat.
The Pontiac brand will be phased out as part of a reduction plan that also includes the elimination of 21,000 U.S. factory jobs.
Number 6, Nintendo. Nintendo has repeatedly dominated the video game industry, making it seemingly invincible.
No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games.
But all it took was one lousy console to nearly take it down.
We owners and newcomers alike
It's time to play Wii U. Off the back of the very successful Wii and Nintendo DS systems, the company released its least successful console in 2012, the Wii U. The company's now late CEO, Satoru Iwata, took a 50% pay cut to stay afloat, while other executives' pay was reduced by 20 to 30%. They also reached several agreements for IPs to appear at amusement parks, release the NES Classic Edition, and apps for smart devices, including Pokemon Go. This provided enough cash flow to develop the incredibly successful Nintendo Switch, saving the company without having to fire a soul.
Get cozy with the ones you love. Expand your horizons. And before long, you'll feel right at home. Now let's have some fun. Nintendo Switch.
Number 10. Circuit City.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state-of-the-art.
Founded in 1949 under the name Ward's Company, Circuit City was one of the most popular consumer electronics stores in the United States. During their peak, the chain boasted more than 550 stores across the country, offering plenty of electronic goods and services. They even had a chance to buy out the fledgling Best Buy operation in 1988, but declined when Circuit City's CEO thought they could just put them out of business. Well, that didn't work out in the long run. When 2007 rolled around, wages were being cut, locations were being closed, and management turnover was high.
Electronic retailer Circuit City has announced it's unplugging more than 150 stores. In Maryland alone, 3 locations are going out of business.
By 2009, the company pulled the plug, and the days of Circuit City were over. Number 9. A&P. The Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company existed from 1859 to 2015. Known to most customers simply as A&P, there was a time when they were a huge player in the grocery business.
We built a brand new feeling at A&P.
From a few retail shops selling tea and coffee in New York, the company blossomed after being acquired by George Huntington Hartford. From there, over much time, it became a full-on grocery store, which would eventually have roughly 16,000 locations.
A&P pledges guaranteed value. We guarantee the quality of all our meat and deli products.
Produce too, double your money back.
We also guarantee the lowest advertised prices.
However, by the 1970s, the stores had become conceptually stale and plagued by bad customer service. The chain did manage to have a bit of a comeback in the early aughts, but was short-lived, and it finally went under in 2015.
Many customers have shopped here for years, and they feel emotional.
Everybody angry.
Everybody's angry?
Yeah, very bad. We got no store over here, no place.
Number 3, Radio Shack.
So much more than just a store. The best in America, Radio Shack. Nobody compares to Radio Shack.
The humble beginnings of Radio Shack began back in 1921. The company focused its sales strategy on radio and electronics hobbyists. For decades, this gave them a lucrative market to fill, and interest in electronics eventually grew even further with the new computer and video game age. It was also Radio Shack that produced the famous TRS-80, one of the first widely available home computers.
Let your children discover tomorrow's technology today. The TRS-80, the biggest name in little computers. Only at Radio Shack.
But much like many other retailers, their popularity declined with the rise of online shopping and fewer hobbyists to buy their wares.
Though perhaps more damaging has been the retailer's failure to attract younger shoppers.
By 2017, the company had gone bankrupt and was no longer the giant retailer it once was, with a smattering of stores remaining under different ownership and eventually the brand being scooped up to attempt viability online.
What?
The 80s called. They want their store back.
Number 13, Ames. Department stores have always been common in big cities, but when Ames opened up in 1958, they went after the retail market in much smaller populated areas.
It's coming to every Ames discount department store to make sure these advertised sale prices are as low as you'll find anywhere.
This led to a boom in business and expansion, which reached up to 327 stores. It did not, however, come without a cost. Poor decisions around consumer credit resulted in a bankruptcy filing in 1990. The company survived and by 1993 was turning a profit again.
Oh, I saved $11.
$20.99. Wow.
$10.50. I saved $41.
But the success didn't last. By the turn of the century, Ames had begun closing many of its stores and filed a second bankruptcy in late 2001, which saw the end of this store. Or did it? Rumors of a reopening in 2023 have surfaced. Time will tell.
This comes 20 years after the discount chain went out of business, so that'll be something else to see.
Number 4, Netscape Navigator.
She was 18 years old.
She doesn't even know what Netscape is.
Unless you used the internet in the 90s or recognized the icon from a quick scene in Captain Marvel, you've probably never heard of this browser. At a time when the World Wide Web was just starting out, web browsers were few and far between. Netscape reigned king for a while until Microsoft came onto the scene and the browser wars began.
You can get unlimited internet access for only $9.95 a month.
Well, what about all those other low-cost guys like...
Don't you want an ISP that's fast, safer, reliable, and more secure?
Netscape won the first few rounds, but by the time Internet Explorer 3.0 and 4.0 came out, Netscape was already lagging behind. And it didn't help that Microsoft included Explorer with every version of Windows.
Everything has to change faster, obviously. You know, look at Netscape. It was born and died. I don't want to use the word died, they wouldn't like that word, but it basically was born and overtaken within 4 years. That's pretty fast.
Netscape came to an end in 2007, but left JavaScript as a legacy since it's used by virtually every web page out there. Number 3, Enron.
There's one thing that I hope we can achieve. It is to create an environment where our employees can come in here and realize their potential.
It's a wild ride.
Enron is a name that went down in history as one of the biggest financial scandals to rock the United States. Known mainly as an energy company, Enron grew by leaps and bounds as it began to diversify its portfolio beyond just the basics of energy. Sure, that all sounds great as many companies broaden out.
That's our vision. We're trying to change the world.
The problem for Enron was that as large as they were, much of their financial success was due to creative accounting. In basic terms, they said they were doing fine, all the while hiding massive debts and liabilities from everyone.
I don't understand how upper management would allow...
It's because Enron actually used the same estimates in their earning reports, which magically transform themselves into revenue, which translates directly into higher stock prices for investors.
And higher bonuses and stock option payouts for execs.
Everybody wins.
They filed for bankruptcy in 2001, and a full investigation into their practices was launched.
Like most things that end terribly, it didn't start out that way. It started with a lot of people who thought they were changing the world, and over time they became victims of their own hubris, victims of their own greed, and so it's like taking so much promise and possibility and looking at it in a mirror and seeing the flip side reflected back at you.
Number 2, Pan American.
Say hello to a brand new world. Say hello to Pan Am.
During their 2022 scheduling meltdown, many wondered if Southwest Airlines was destined to become the next Pan Am. This led to younger generations to ask, what's Pan Am? You might recognize this airline from Hook, which came out only a week after this American Airlines ceased operation. First taking off in 1927, Pan Am came to be synonymous with luxury and international air travel.
It was second to none. I don't think you'd even see it in some of the finest restaurants.
Pan Am turned flying into an event, but the expenditures required to meet those high standards could only be sustained for so long. Following a series of financial woes, the Gulf War provided the final nail in the cabin, with fuel prices rising and fewer people traveling.
Unfortunately, we simply did not have the financial strength to absorb the enormously adverse impact of these external events.
At the time of declaring bankruptcy, Pan Am had the second most recognized trademark globally.
Pan American Airways went bankrupt and they shut down services. It broke people's hearts.
All right. Break out your 1980s Trapper Keeper. It's time to look at the cars of the decades. From the 1980s, it's the Chevrolet Camaro Z28. Wow, what a paint job on this car. Seriously, it deserves an award. What is that? Electric blue, purple lightning bolts, yellow racing stripes? I'm left speechless. If they were trying to represent the 80s, they succeeded. For fans of the 80s, for fans of the Camaro, for those looking to pick up Gem and the holograms, it's the Camaro Z28 from Hot Wheels, and it's rad to the max.
West could do was ignore Seymour Hersh in the hopes that most people wouldn't really pay attention to the kind of revelations he was bringing forward. Lavrov also said
it is a Mexican telenovela produced by Ignacio Sada for Televisa, based on an original story by the Argentine writer Celia Alcantara. It is a remake of the Mexican telenovela Simplemente Maria, produced in 1989. The series originally aired from November 9, 2015 to May 1, 2016. 2015 to 2016, there is a red strip representing a heart, and on the right of them, there are the words Simplemente and Maria in yellow text, and under them there is a yellow line. Here is a part of an intro. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about La Vecina. It is a Mexican comedy telenovela produced by Lucero Suarez for Televisa. It is the remake of the telenovela La Castina y el Cachaco, produced in 2003 by RCN TV. In the United States, Univision broadcast La Vecina from June 22, 2015 to March 3, 2016. 2015 to 2016, there is a blue heart, and inside a tear is the word La in purple text, and under the heart, there is the word Vecina in pink text. Here is an intro. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about La Que No Podía Amar. It is a Mexican telenovela produced by José Alberto Castro for Televisa and aired on Canal de las Estrellas from August 1, 2011 to March 18, 2012. Ximena Suarez wrote the script based on the original story by Delia Fiallo. The cast was headed by Jorge Salinas, Jose Aran and Ana Brenda Contreras. 2011 to 2012, there are the words La Que and No in red text, and under it, there is the word Podia in black text, and on the right of it, there is the word Amar in red text. Here is the Korean version, the Japanese version and an intro. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Canale 5. It is the most watched commercial TV channel in Italy and the second most popular overall after flagship public channel Rai 1. 1974 to 1978, here we have the logo of the first Canale 5's name, Telemilano. There is a green shape and inside it there is a white shape, and inside it there is a green flower shape, and connected to it, there are some green shapes, and on the left of them there is green number 58, and under the white shape there is a black shape, and inside it, there is the word Telemilano in white text. 1978 to 1980, there is a black rectangle, and inside it there is a red flower, and on the right of it, there is a black shape, and on the left of it, there is a black number 58, and under the rectangle, there is the word Telemilano in black text. Here is a variant. 1979 to 1980, here we have the logo of the second Canale 5's name, Canale 10. The rectangle is whiter, the number 58 was replaced to a number 10, and the word on the bottom of the rectangle has been removed. 1980 to 1981, they changed its name to Canale 5. There is a black square and inside it there is a red flower, and on the right of it, there is a black shape, and on the left of the shape, there is a black number 5, and under the square, there are the words Canale and 5 in black text. Here is a bumper. (1981 to 1985), the number 5 is bigger and on the square. Here is a bumper.
Canale 5, tutte le sere alle 20:25 scintilla l'allegria.
1985 to 1987, there is a red flower, and on the right of it there is a black shape, and under it, there is a black number 5, and skirting it there is a black square, and under it, there are the words Canale and 5 in black text. Here is a bumper. 1987 to 2001, the square has been removed and the words on the bottom have been removed. Here is a variant and a bumper. 2001 to 2018, the flower is now orange, the shape and the number are now dark blue, and the shape is now rounded. Here is a variant, the HD version and a bumper. 2018 to the present, the flower is now dark blue, and the shape is now replacing the top part of the number 5. Here is a variant, the HD version and a bumper. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Capital One. It is an American bank holding company specializing in credit cards, auto loans, banking, and savings accounts, headquartered in McLean, Virginia, with operations primarily in the United States. 1994 to 2008, there are the words Capital and One in blue and gray text. Here is a commercial.
Still doing those bills, hun? Just resting with a credit card balance. You've been feeding on those high interest rates.
I just switched our balance over to a Capital One no-hassle card. We're gonna save $500 a year.
$500? Switch your high-interest balance to the Capital One no-hassle card for the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates. You could save up to $500 a year.
What's in your wallet?
2008 to 2016, the word One is now in blue text, and now behind it, there is a red rounded 3D shape. Here is a commercial.
Capital One Card Lab's new triple rewards. Me and the boys are having a tough time deciding which category to choose. Like triple rewards on restaurants and entertainment. Or home improvement. Maybe department stores.
You're definitely an Autumn.
Or triple rewards on travel. Or gas and groceries.
Introducing triple rewards of your choice. Log on to CardLab at CapitalOne.com to personalize your card.
What's in your wallet?
2016 to the present, the shape is now 2D. Here is a commercial.
Building a better bank starts with looking at something old and saying, really? So Capital One is building something completely new. Capital One Cafes. Inviting places with people here to help you, not sell you. And savings and checking accounts with no fees or minimums, because that's how it should be. You can open one from right here or anywhere in 5 minutes. Seriously, 5 minutes. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Rede Vanguarda. It is a Brazilian regional television network based in São José dos Campos. 1988 to 1998, here we have the logo of the first Rede Vanguarda's name, Rede Globo Vale do Paraíba. There is a black shape and inside it there is a black circle, and under the shape there are the words Rede and Globo in black text, and under them, there are the words Vale do and Paraíba in black text. Here is a bumper. (1998 to 2003), here we have the logo of the second Rede Vanguarda's name, Vanguarda Paulista TV Vanguarda. There is a silver shape on a yellow, red, purple and blue gradient outline. Here is a bumper. (2003 to 2011), they changed its name to Rede Vanguarda. There is a silver shape and in the middle of it there are two colorful lines, and under the shape there is the word Vanguarda in gray text. 2003 to 2004, the text is now 3D. Here is a bumper. (2004 to 2012), the shape is now brighter. Here is a bumper. 2012 to 2014, the text has been removed and inside the shape there are some colorful lines. Here is a bumper. (2014 to 2020), the logo is brighter. Here is a bumper. (2020 to the present), there are two silver 3D shapes, and between them there is a colorful triangle made out of colorful lines. Here is a bumper.
Vanguarda é o nosso nome.
Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Investigation Discovery. It is an American pay television network owned by Discovery Incorporated that features documentary-style programming dealing with true crime topics. 1996 to 1998, here we have the logo of the first investigation Discovery's name, Discovery Civilization Network. There is the word Discovery in black text, and then under the letter S there is an Earth, and behind it there is a yellow rectangle, and on it there are 3 white triangles representing pyramids, and under the rectangle, there are the words Civilization and Network in yellow text, and under them there is a yellow line, and under it, there are the words The World, History and Geography and Channel in gray text. 1998 to 2003, here we have the logo of the second investigation Discovery's name, Discovery Civilization Channel. There is the word Discovery in light brown text, and under the letter S there is an Earth, and behind it there is a brown rectangle, and under it, there is the word Civilization in black text, and under it, there is another brown rectangle, and on it there is the word Channel in white text. Here is a bumper. (2003 to 2006), here we have the logo of the third investigation Discovery's name, Discovery Times Channel. There is a white rectangle on a blue outline, and inside it there is the word Discovery in blue text, and on the right of the rectangle, and on the right of it there is a blue rectangle, and inside it, there is the word Times in white text, and under it, there is the word Channel in blue text, and on the left of it, there is a blue rectangle. Here is a bumper. 2006 to 2008, here we have the logo of the fourth investigation Discovery's name, Discovery Times. There is an Earth, and on the right of it, there is the word Discovery in black text, and on the right of it, there is the word Times in blue text. Here is a bumper. In 2008 to 2010, they finally changed its name to Investigation Discovery. There is the word IT in black text, and on the right of it there is an Earth, and under it, there are the words Investigation and Discovery in black text. Here is a bumper.
Investigation Discovery launches the 20th of January on Sky Channel 551.
2010 to 2012, the text is now in silver text, and the font of the words Investigation and Discovery have changed. Here is a bumper. 2012 to 2017, there is a tilted 3D black square, and inside it, there is the word IT in silver text, and under the square, there are the words Investigation and Discovery in black text. Here is the blue version, the HD version, a variant and a bumper. Investigate. 2017 to 2020, the square is now transparent, the word IT is now in black text, and the font of the words Investigation and Discovery have changed. Here is the print version, the HD version and a bumper. 2020 to the present, there is the word IT in orange, red and pink gradient text. Here is a bumper. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Travel Channel. It is an American pay television channel that is owned by Discovery Incorporated. 1987 to 1998, there is a black rectangle, and inside it, there is the word The in white text, and under the rectangle, there is the word Travel in gray text, and under it there is a black rectangle, and inside it, there is the word Channel in white text. Here is a bumper. 1998 to 1999, there is the word Travel in pink text, and under it there is the word Channel in pink text, and on the left of it, there is an Earth, and behind it, there is purple line. 1999 to 2000, the fonts have changed. 2000 to 2002, the text is now in black text, and the line is now red. Here is a bumper.
The new Travel Channel. Breakaway.
2002 to 2006, there is the word Travel in black text, and on the right of it, there is an Earth, and under it, there is the word Channel in black text. Here is a bumper.
World's Best, Wednesdays at 9, only on the Travel Channel.
2006 to 2007, there is the word Travel in black text, and on the right of it, there is a letter T in orange text, and on it there is an Earth, and on the right of the letter T there is the word Channel in black text. 2007 to 2008, the words travel and channel are now under the letter T and in orange text. 2008 to 2010, the word channel is now under the word travel, the letter T is now in red text, the word travel is now in dark blue text, and the word channel is now in red text. Here is the HD version and a bumper. (2010 to 2011), the Earth has been removed, and the text is now on the right of the letter T. 2011 to 2013, there is the word travel in blue text, and under it, there is the word channel in blue text. 2013 to 2014, the text is now in white text and on a blue shape, and on the right this shape there is a blue triangle. Here is the HD version and a bumper. (2014 to 2018), the shape with the text on it is now dark blue, and the triangle is now red. Also, the logo is now 3D. Here is the 2D version. 2018 to the present, there are the letters T, R, V and L in yellow text, and on the right of it, there is a purple rounded triangle, and under it, there is the word channel in yellow text. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Bravo. It is an American pay television network, launched on December 1, 1980. 1980 to 1994, there is the word Bravo in black text. Here is a bumper.
Every night on Bravo.
1994 to 2005, there is the word Bravo in black text, and under it there is a black line, and on the right of it there is the word network in black text. Here is a variant and a bumper. 2005 to 2017, there is a black chat box, and on it there is the word Bravo in blue text. Here is the print version, the HD version and the green version. 2017 to the present, the chat box is less rounded, the font has changed, and the text is now in white text. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Destination America. It is an American pay television channel that is owned by Discovery Incorporated 1996 to 1998. 1996 to 1998, here we have the logo of the first Destination America's name, Discovery Travel and Living Network. There is the word Discovery in black text, and under the letter S there is an earth, and behind it there is a blue rectangle, and on it there is a white sun, and under the rectangle, there are the words Travel and Living and Network in blue text, and under them there is a blue line. 1998 to 1998, here we have the logo of the second Destination America's name, Discovery Home and Leisure. Now on the left of the sun there is a White House roof, and the words Travel and Living and Network were replaced to the words Home and Leisure. Here is a bumper.
Don't forget it's home time in just half an hour. Before that on Discovery Home and Leisure, some fresh air as we go fishing.
1998 to 2004, here we have the logo of the third Destination America's name, Discovery Home and Leisure Channel. There is a green rectangle and on it there is the word Discovery in white text, and under the letter S there is an earth and under it, there are the words Home and Leisure in yellow, green and gray text, and under them there is a blue rectangle, and inside it, there is the word Channel in white text. Here is a bumper. 2004 to 2008, here we have the logo of the fourth Destination America's name, Discovery Home Channel. There is the word Discovery in gray text, and under the letter S there is an earth and behind it there is a gray line, and under it, there are the words Home and Channel in purple and gray text. 2008 to 2008, here we have the logo of the fifth Destination America's name, Planet Green. Here we have a pre-launch logo. There is a green earth and on the right of it, there are the words Planet and Green in green text. 2008 to 2012, there are the words Planet and Green in black text, and on the right of them, there is a green circle. Here is the HD version, the red version and a bumper.
So volunteer today at planetgreen.com. Celebrating Earth Day every day.
2012 to 2015, they finally changed its name to Destination America. There is a blue rectangle, and inside it there are the words Destination and America in white text, and under the rectangle there are two red lines. 2015 to the present, the logo is now 2D, and the font has changed. Here is the print version and a bumper. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Discovery. It is an American pay television network and flagship channel owned by Discovery Incorporated, a publicly traded company run by CEO David Zaslav. 1985 to 1987, here we have the logo of the first Discovery's name, the Discovery Channel. There is a black shape representing a TV screen, and on it there are some continents, and under the shape, there are the words the Discovery and Channel in black text. Here is a bumper. (1987 to 1995), there are the words the Discovery and Channel in black text, and under there is black half circle. Here is a bumper. (1995 to 2000), here we have the logo of the second Discovery's name, Discovery Channel. There are the words Discovery and Channel in purple text, and under them there is an earth, and behind it there is a blue line. Here is the 2D version, the word mark and a bumper.
The Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
2000 to 2008, the word Discovery is now in black text, and the word Channel is now inside the blue line, and it's now in white text. Here is the HD version, the 2D version, a variant and a bumper.
The Discovery Channel. Entertain your brain.
2008 to 2009, there are the words Discovery and Channel in dark gray text, and on the left of the word Discovery, there is an earth. Here is the HD version and a bumper. 2009 to 2013, the text is now in black text. Here is the HD version, the 2D version, the icon, the version without the word Channel, the version with the earth and a bumper. 2013 to 2016, there is a letter D in silver text, and on the right of it, there is an earth. Here is a bumper. 2016 to 2019, the logo is now inside a black circle, the letter D is now in black text, and now under it, there is the word Discovery in black text. Here is the print version and a bumper. (2019 to the present), they finally changed its name to Discovery. There is the word Discovery in black text, and inside the letter there is a black earth. Here is the stacked version, the icon, the word mark, the HD version and a bumper. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Logitech. It is a Swiss manufacturer of computer peripherals and software, with dual headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland and Newark, California. 1981 to 1985, there is a black shape that consists in a black square with another square inside it connected to the other one, and on the right of the shape, there is the word Logitech in black text. 1985 to 1988, there is a blue shape that consists in a blue square with a blue circle inside it, and on the top right of it, there is a blue square, and on the right of the shape, there is the word Logitech in blue text. 1988 to 1996, there is a black rectangle, and inside it there is a green shape, and on the right of it, there is a black eye, and surrounding it, there is a red arrow and 3 black lines, and under them there is the word Logitech in black text. 1996 to 2012, there is a green rounded shape, and on the right of it, there is a black circle representing an eye, and on the right of it, there are 3 lines, 1 red and 2 black, and under the circle, there is the word Logitech in black text. Here is the print version, the 3D version and a commercial.
Marek słyszy wszystko, od kiedy używa głośników Logitech X540 z dźwiękiem przestrzennym. Napełnij przestrzeń dźwiękiem. Logitech, Swiss Technology.
2012 to 2015, the shapes are now on the left of the logo in black. Here is a commercial.
The British sang along as the Germans crossed this no man's land to ask for a truce. that was happily granted. If music has the power to stop a war, even if only for one night, then it deserves to be heard in all its glory. At Logitech UE, everything we do is for people who don't just love music, they live for it.
(2015 to the present), there is the word Logitech in black text. Here is the short version and a commercial. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Mega. It is a Chilean private television network headquartered in Santiago de Chile. 1990 to 1991, here we have the logo of the first Mega's name, Megavision. There is a rounded black rectangle, and on it there is a letter M in red, green and blue text, and under the rectangle, there is the word Megavision in black text. Here is a bumper. (1991 to 1993), there is a gray rounded rectangle, and inside it, there are three shapes, one red, one green and one blue, and under the gray shape, there is the word Megavision in black text. Here is a bumper.
Transmitió la primera red nacional de televisión privada del país.
1993 to 1999, the gray rectangle has been removed. Here is a bumper. (1999 to 2001), the logo is brighter. Here is a bumper. 2001 to 2002, they changed its name to Mega. The word Megavision has been replaced to the word Mega in black text, and the shapes are smaller. 2001 to 2010, there is the word Mega in gray text, and on the right of it, there are three shapes, one red, one green and one blue. Here is the version with the slogan and a bumper.
Entérese mejor. En Juliaca somos Canal 6. Red Global. Cobertura total. Al servicio de la verdad.
2006 to 2010, there are three green shapes, and on them there is the word Mega in white text, and on the right of it, there are three squares, one blue, one green and one blue, and under them, there are the words C and Vive in white text, and on the right of them, there is a red exclamation point. Here is a bumper. (2010 to 2013), there is the word Mega in colorful text. Here is the gray version, the version with the slogan and a bumper. (2013 to 2015), there is a purple rounded square, and inside it, there is the word Mega in white text, except the letter G was replaced to two white arrows, and the letter is a white arrow. Here is the version with the slogan. 2015 to 2020, there is a rounded purple square, and inside it there is a letter M in white text, and under it, there is the word Mega in white text. Here is a variant and a bumper. 2020 to the present, the rectangle and the word Mega have been removed, and the letter M is now in blue text. Here is a bumper.
Ya regresamos con ¿Qué culpa tiene Fatmagul?
Alright, now I'm gonna talk about WGAL. It is an NBC-affiliated television station licensed to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, United States and serving the Susquehanna Valley region. 1949 to 1952, there are the words WGAL and TV in black text, and under them there are the words Channel and 4 in black text, and under it, there are the words Lancaster and Penna in black text. 1952 to 1956, there are the words MR Channel 8 and says in black text, and on the left of them, there is a black number 8 with two arms, two legs and a Santa Claus face, and under him there is a black sphere, and inside it, there are the words Merry and Christmas in white text, and on the sides of it, there are two white shapes, and on them, there are the words To All and From in black text, and under the sphere, there is a black and white sphere, and on the white part, there are the words WGAL TV Channel and 8 in black text. 1956 to 1963, there is a black shape, and inside it, there are the words WGAL TV channel, and 8 in black text. 1963 to 1969, there is a black rectangle, and on it there is a white rectangle, and on it, there are the words WGAL and TV in black text, and on the right of the white rectangle, there is a number 8 in white text. Here is a variant. 1969 to 1979, there is a white rounded rectangle, and inside it, there are the words WGAL TV and 8 in white text. 1979 to 1987, there is a letter N in white text, and on it there is a white peacock, and on the right of the letter N there are the words WGAL TV and 8 in white text, and under them, there are the words a Pulitzer broadcast and station in white text. Here is a variant and a commercial.
WGAL TV, Channel 8.
1987 to 1991, there is a colorful peacock, and under it there is a red rounded shape, and on it, there are the words WGAL TV and 8 in silver text. Here is a variant and a bumper. 1992 to 2001, there is a yellow number 8, and on the right of it there is a peacock, and under it, there is the word WGAL in silver text. Here is a variant and a bumper. 2001 to 2005, there is a blue rectangle, and on it there is a silver number 8, and under the rectangle, there is the words WGAL in black text. Here is a variant and a bumper.
Coverage you can count on continues with a 24-hour news update from News 8.
2005 to 2012, the font of the word WGAL has changed. The number is now white, and now on the right of the rectangle, there is the peacock. Here is a bumper.
You're watching WGAL 8. Now, coverage you can count on continues from the Susquehanna Valley's most watched news team. This is News 8 at 6 in HD.
2012 to the present, the number is now silver, and the rectangle is now blue gradient. Here is the gray version, a variant and a bumper.
This is WGAL 8, the Susquehanna Valley's news leader. Now, coverage you can count on continues. This is WGAL News 8 at noon.
Recognize the admission of Finland and Sweden to NATO, because we all know that, looking from an historical perspective, NATO members have brought their national issues to the...
Talk about going out with a bang. And a big bang it is. A 424 horsepower bang to be precise. That's the output of the last and the most powerful air-cooled Porsche 911 ever sold in North America, the limited edition 911 Turbo S. To make this 911's departure a memorable one, Porsche engineers tweaked the standard 3.6-liter twin-turbo flat-sixes ignition. This stacked an extra 24 horses on the top end to match the already mind-boggling 400 pound-feet of torque, and fed it all through a slick 6-speed manual transmission, which slammed the car to 60 in only 3.9 seconds. The quarter mile was an equally astounding 12.3 seconds at 117 miles per hour, one of the fastest cars that we've ever tested. And the most thrilling, the power comes on like a tsunami, especially between 5,000 and 7,000 RPM, and pins you to the seat. Only the massive grip of the turbo's all-wheel drive system prevents terminal tire-killing wheel spin. A forgiving front-end push is the order of the day, transitioning to strong but not sudden oversteer as you wind on the throttle. And while the all-wheel drive is controlling the power, the front McPherson strut and multi-link rear suspension is handling the bumps. Even those of Pocono International Raceway's challenging North Course, where the combination of high-speed banking and twisty rippled pavement reduces lesser cars to quivering wrecks, especially those not wearing ultra-low profile Pirelli P0 tires on 18-inch alloy wheels, or having massive ABS-equipped disc brakes that yank the S down from 60 in only 103 feet. Those remarkably civilized manners reach out onto the street as well. Unlike almost all other pure supercars, the Turbo S is positively docile in traffic. The ride is quite firm, but without the harshness of earlier incarnations. Once you get used to the on and off feel of the clutch, you can putt peacefully around all day, as long as you keep the revs below 5 grand. And while most folks would be deliriously happy with its speed alone, there's more to the Turbo S than just performance. Thanks to some prominent additions to the standard car styling, the 911 Turbo S is as striking to look at as it is to drive. The front end wears a deeper spoiler with additional air inlets abreast of the signal lamps, while the flanks wear extra air ducts on the rear fenders. And it wouldn't be a turbo without a big rear spoiler, in this case one that would look at home on the grid of an FIA GT race. The inside is also striking, but not as handsome. The Boxster red leather and plastic are definitely an acquired taste, and the colored keyed switches and speaker grills look like they were painted with a spray can. It works better on the leather-clad sport seats. They're firm with good back and thigh support, but oddly don't offer enough side support. Credit to Porsche, however, for avoiding the faux carbon fiber so popular today and using the real stuff, even if it's too much of a good thing. We'll miss these vintage-looking but very usable gauges, and wish that we could miss the electronic immobilizer that must be deactivated every time you start the car. And now that the ventilation controls and those of the CD player with its removable faceplate are finally practical, expect even better next year. These trick digital audio controls are optional for those not content with the stereo sound coming from the rear wheels. But the Porsche 911 Turbo S isn't about mere contentment. It's about pure satisfaction overload and huge ear-to-ear grins. A sensation that only a couple hundred people will get to experience. It's a very limited edition. Of course, how many people can afford a car with a base price of $150,000? With options, our Turbo S test car cost a staggering $154,991. A price that's as memorable as its performance and as lofty. So as air-cooled Porsches disappear into the pages of history, we'll think back on all the fantastic first-generation 911 models that we've driven over the years. And one of our fondest memories will undoubtedly be one of the most recent, of the Porsche 911 Turbo S. A car that didn't just close the door on a performance era, but slammed it with a bang heard around the sports car world.
That we shouldn't really look to the European investigation for answers because and that a broader
platform of the alliance whenever any particular topic came to the agenda.
Let's to thank one of our sponsors, Farmers Insurance.
I've seen this movie before.
You have?
Sure. This is the part where all is lost and the hero searches for hope. Then a mysterious figure reminds her that she has the Farmer's Home Policy Perk guaranteed replacement cost, and that her home will be rebuilt regardless of her limits or if the cost of materials has gone up.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmer's Policy Perks. Wait, I didn't ruin the ending, did I?
Yeah, you did.
We are farmers.